Hi everyone, my name is Andrea and I'm a homeschool mom. My son is 9 years old and we've always homeschooled him, and we've mostly used the Good and the Beautiful, and we've always used the Good and the Beautiful for our math curriculum. We finished Math 3 it's probably been almost 2 months, and I had ordered Math 4. We do homeschool year round, so we're not really on a schedule. So it was nice to kind of take a break from math while we focused on reading, writing. And we had started a new history program. So now that we're like in a rhythm with that, we are going to start Math 4. So I looked through it for about 5 minutes before this just to see how it worked. This is what it comes with the main book. It's 120 lessons. I ordered the answer key for me, so we don't have to really look at that, I guess. And then it does come with mental math like exercises. So you're mostly working in this and then a little bit in this. And the Math 3 and under from the Good and the Beautiful comes with these like wooden boxes that are super cute, and they have things in them like game pawns, dice, a measuring tape. So this does not come with that. Now we're starting to do more stuff online with like videos and stuff, so I'll explain. So I probably won't go through like every page, but I at least can show you what each lesson is, and then give you guys an example of like where you start out, like the first lesson where you're kind of starting, how they work. I'll show you how the tests work. There's usually tests, I think it's like every 25 lessons or so. So it is similar to like how the lower maths are set up. Obviously, pause it if you need to see more. All right, this is about the course, so what you need. So we're gonna need a ruler, course review, 120 lessons. They are short lessons, which is what I like. Sometimes they take us longer than others. It's explain how you use it. Questions. It's saying the average 35 to 45 minutes a lesson. Math, my son doesn't really have an issue with math, so usually he's on it, although he has struggled with multiplication, just memorizing them, which, to be honest, I don't know my multiplication tables, so that's something we struggle with together. All right, so this, at the beginning of each unit, it'll tell you kind of what you're going to be learning during that unit. So you have an idea of like what your next weeks or months is going to look like. All right, so this is lesson number 1. So the first thing they want you to do is go to this mental math map mysteries book. So if we go over here, this is about the book. If you want to pause there. So we would go to lesson 1, and it's just this. So this is like reviewing. Basically, at the beginning of every lesson, there's a mini kind of review to get your brain juices flowing. So you would do that, I guess, out loud, or if you really have to use paper or something like that. And then when you complete it, you check mark it. I look through here, like this says after completing lesson 5, there's a map. So let me explain. So you can do one of these at the beginning of every lesson. The actual answers for these are in this book. They're not in that math answer key. So if I flip long enough. Okay, so here's the answer key. Oh, wait. Were they on the opposite page? Oh, okay. So the questions are over there. The answers over there. So that's fast and easy to find them. And then what they're talking about is at the very back of the book, there's these stickers. So every so many lessons, you're going to take the sticker and put it on this map. And then when you have completed the whole entire Math 4, you're going to have your kid read this book. It's one of those like adventure books where they read it, and then I believe at some point it's like you choose your own, like what you want to do, right? And that has something to do with this map that will have been filled in at the back with those stickers. So hopefully that makes sense. So this is a part of every lesson, it seems like. And then what's different with Math 4 is now we're going to be doing video lessons. So then we usually use my phone or his iPad, and we would just scan this QR code. They're going to do a video lesson explaining it, and then he's going to, I guess, work through the lesson. I'm just looking to see a lot, you know, it is coming over from Math 3, so a lot of it is kind of review and then kind of moving on. All right. And then at the end, the lesson practice of what he learned. And then, what is this? Oh, this is just explaining why you would need to learn stuff. And then also we have the musical multiplication, so we'll be using that. We also have the flashcards. They're in storage right now, but that's fine. We'll just listen to the songs. I do have some sheets printed out for him to like answer the different multiplication. So when they do multiplication, it's really a lot of memorization. I mean, of course, they explain how multiplication works, but they have it broken down into sets, and then there's songs that go with each set. So that is a separate purchase that we've had for over a year now that we use throughout Math 3. I think we started using it in Math 2, maybe. So this is like just getting you set up so that, all right, so then you're on lesson 2. So you see the lessons are pretty short. So lesson 2, same thing, do the mental math, come over here, video, QR, complete the lesson, and then there's lesson practice over here, and then that's probably it. Oh, and then a review. Okay, so I like how they worked in a review. Yep, and then you're reviewing your multiplication problems. So again, that book, watch a video, do the lesson, and I do it with him. He's not a very strong reader, so I like to make sure he's understanding instructions. So I sit with him, and anything he gets wrong, we correct it on the spot. And then I'll show you, usually there's probably a test at, like, okay. All right, so they're going to be doing time. I'm just looking at some of the titles. I mean, if you guys have any questions, let me know and I can look to a specific lesson or try to answer your questions. What lesson are we on? 28. Oh, so maybe it's every, oh, here we go. Okay, so this is what the unit assessment looks like. So these are instructions. You basically do it twice. It's just like the lower maths. So he would only do the purple sections first, do this, and then if he's not understanding it, if he's really struggling, you check mark here, and then you move on. So then what happens, so day 1, you're doing all the purple sections. And then, so this is what they should know by the end of unit 1. So just the purple. Only check the additional practice if they do a purple section and they're not understanding it or they're getting way too many wrong. And then what you would do, so say he completes the test, I usually try to have him do it without me really helping him. Like I'll read the instructions, make sure he's understanding it as he's going along. And then, you know, I check if he needs the additional help. But we always go back at the end of the test on day 1 when he's doing like his test. I don't know how to explain. Okay, he's going to do the test twice. He's going to do the purple sections on one day. Anything he missed in the orange sections that you checked for additional practice, he's going to come back the next day and then complete the orange sections that they struggled on. So, but what I do is I have him do all the purple, and then when he's done with the test that day, I go, okay, let's go back and correct. So he, basically on all his tests, by the end, he's got 100 because we've gone through and learned everything and explained everything. And then on day 2, I'll have him come back and go through and do anything that he needs additional practice on. And if I just want to make that like a complete lesson for the day, I just have him do all the orange sections. So that's up to you guys, obviously. All right, this is unit 2, what they would be doing. So I'm kind of going to flip to the middle of the book so you get an idea of like midway through the, it's 120 lessons, so what, 60? Well, this is lesson 61. All right, so halfway through Math 4, this is what they'll be doing. Multiples of 10. Still looks like the same setup. You're going to do mental math, and then a video, and then the lesson, and then a review. All right, talking about quadrilaterals. All right, now I'm going to skip through about, all right, here's lesson 88. Geometric figures. I mean, to be honest, I'm having fun because I'm relearning or learning for the first time a lot right beside him. So that's one of the reasons why I do like homeschooling. All right, so here would be another unit assessment. So by the end of this unit, this is what they should know. They're doing volume, fractions, conversions, division. And to be honest, I don't know how like traditional schools are doing math now. My niece is in a traditional school, a charter school, and my sister-in-law was trying to explain to me how they were doing math at one point, and I didn't understand what she was talking about. And so far, it seems like The Good and the Beautiful is, I don't know if you'd call it old school, but like it seems to be like how I did things in school, which obviously has been helpful for me because I know what was going on. All right, so let's go to the back to see by the very end. Oh, there's a review game. All right, so by the end, you're doing percentages. Multiplication, which is like our Achilles heel. All right, and then there's a review game at the back. That's kind of cool. I do like how they mix in like geography and stuff like that. Sometimes they'll talk about different animals. They incorporate a lot of artwork too into their stuff, especially the reading and writing program. All right, so there's some review games at the back. That's cool. Before you take the final. So by the end, this is what they should know or have learned. Decimal numbers, long division. And it's still set up the same way. You know, you do the purple, and if they need help, you check this, and then you would come back on day 2 and do this, which usually at the very end, I always have them just do everything. I do the purple one day and then the orange the next day. And then usually we'll take a break from math in between, like moving on to the next one. So it is March. We'll be starting math 4 probably today or sometime this week. I'm not on a schedule. And we do school year round, like I said, so we'll probably, I don't know. He'll be a 5th grader while he's still doing math 4, and then we'll move on to math 5. For us, we've been focusing more on reading and writing. He used to really struggle with reading. He's doing a lot better. And now I'm noticing that spelling is probably his weakest point, so we've been working on that. He's also doing handwriting through The Good and the Beautiful. He does, like they said, the reading and writing program. I just ordered a science from them. He chose the marine, I think it's called Marine Animals. And then we do our history through History Plus online. I also have some workbooks that we do for extra like assistance, or just to like mix it up with spelling and reading. Science, we watch videos online a lot through YouTube, and it's called Mystery Science. It used to be called Mystery Doug. What else have we used? We haven't used it in a while, but we did do Bookshark at one time. I am probably going to order American history, U.S. history, I think, from the Tuttle twins. And then there's 2 other companies I'm looking at to help with like U.S. history, because I like the History Plus online program. Right now we're doing early Canada. April is going to be Knights and Castles. We've done the Wild West, and we've done Ninja and Samurai. And I really like their program. However, usually, depending on where you live, one of the state requirements is to learn U.S. history. So I have to make sure I work that in somehow. So I'm trying to figure that out. And then science, we do a lot of like field trips. Like we went to the aquarium last week. So anyway, this is a long video. If you guys have any questions about Math 4, about the good and the beautiful in general, we've used them since their preschool curriculum. The only thing we haven't used from them is any history. But I do know that they just released a new history. I was looking at that as well. But because we're doing the History Plus online, and I'm probably going to order the Tuttle Twins U.S. History, I just felt like it was going to be too much. Plus, we are in a transition period where we're moving, but we're not really sure where or when. So we have a lot of stuff in storage. Like I do have their typing program, which we never started. But as soon as I can get to my storage stuff, we'll probably start typing as well. Oh, we also used to use, when he was little, we used ABC Mouse and the Night Zookeeper. We've done some online stuff. Anyway, long video. Any questions? Let me know. Have a good day.